We are doing the best Chelseas for casual wear, for dressy wear, and everything in between. My name's Nick, and I have reviewed over 100 boots on this channel, and no boot is harder to recommend than the Chelsea. Just because there are no laces, so you can't really adjust the fit. There's just a much higher likelihood of a Chelsea just not fitting you through no fault of your own or the brand, because everyone's got different foot types. I would know, I've got skinny ankles and a low instep. That's this bit on the top of your foot here. And that means a lot of Chelseas just don't fit me. So I'm doing my new list of favorite Chelsea boots with a few important things to keep in mind. Number one, if you have trouble fitting a lot of Chelsea boots, you should really spend 10 bucks on these tongue pads by a company called Pedag, who did not sponsor this video or anything. But before you buy like a heel grip or a toe filler to fill that space, you should get one of these because a Chelsea's fit is much more about the instep than anything else. Total game changer. Number two, in a similar vein, I'm putting a lot of emphasis on boots here that offer a wide range of sizes and widths, because that's extra important here, as is ease of size exchanges. So that also gets extra points. And number three, let's just talk about what best means, right? It's the internet. I've got to make a video called best. As impossible as it is to try every boot on earth, I really have tried a lot of Chelsea boots, and I visited literal Chelsea boot factories all over the world. I am the best dude to give these recommendations, and what I'm taking into account here isn't just what has the highest end craftsmanship or the fanciest leathers. Like, there's a $700 Chelsea on this list that many consider the best in the entire world, but this is a video for the general public, and that's more than a regular guy would ever spend. And also, those boots take months to be made for you, and my point is you have to include easy to order, easy to size, and not too expensive. So with that in mind, I won't say one Chelsea here is the best for everyone. I'm going to give you a list of what I think are the best Chelseas in order of price, with pros and cons and situations for each on screen, so you can decide what's best for you. Oh, I'm also emphasizing brands that can be resold for the durability. The best value, and that's also very good, is the Cavalier from Thursday Boot Company. It's $190. They've got 3 Chelsea models at Thursday. The Cavalier is meant to be their dressy one, but it became the most popular one when they started releasing it in less dressy uppers, like this sandstone suede, which is the one they always put in their ads. But you can get these boots in dressy leathers as well. You can get wide fits in some. They're resoleable, which also makes them very water resistant. They're actually very lightweight. They're the lightest weight on this list. And they have some shock absorbing foam for the insole, which helps with comfort and break-in. The leather's not too thick either, which also helps with comfort and break-in. There are no pull tabs here, which always bug me with Chelsea's because they always stick out from under your jeans. They're good for dressy, they're good for casual. And doing all this for under 200 bucks is definitely remarkable, noteworthy. And so is the free sizing exchanges. Now, for a bit more money, a lot of people like Wholecut Chelsea's. That's when there's just one piece of leather wrapping around the boot, so there's no stitching underneath here like you'll see on just about every other Chelsea out there. People like that mostly because it's a cleaner look. It might also conform better to your foot with wear. It is much harder to make. It's usually more expensive, but this brand Meermin does Wholecut Chelsea's for a really good price and with really good leathers as well. On average, they're about 250 bucks. And another rare thing is they sell them on several different lasts. There are 3 right now, which means you're more likely to find your fit. A pricier brand I'll mention later on has 10 lasts you can choose your Chelsea's from, by the way. Although Meermin makes their boots in China, Meermin is very European, and that means they tend to be pretty slim fitting. This Chelsea is in the wider, more American-friendly last called the Negon. It fits me really great, nice and wide at the ball. Also resoleable, also lightweight. Just note they use UK sizing, which is like one size down from US sizes, so sizing can be pretty confusing with them. For what it's worth, my number in these boots is a 10.5. I'm an 11 in Thursday and 11.5 or 12 in sneakers. Meermin are made in China and Thursday in Mexico if you prefer the sound of resoleable Italian-made boots. And if you really prioritize a flexible and soft sole and a particularly casual vibe, Astorflex is a family-owned workshop outside of Milan. And their Bitflex at Huckberry is very comfortable. The main thing to point out here is the roomy toe and the cushy crick sole, the casual look. The pretty low price are made in Italy, and the unusual construction that makes them very flexible for something that's also resoleable. For 10 bucks more, I've got the first, actually the only American-made boot on this brand. If you like American-made or you like the Red Wing Heritage brand, I think their Weekender Chelsea is the most underrated boot in the whole company. Red Wings is usually 100 bucks more expensive and quite stiff and heavy, like closer to work boots or heritage work boots. But while they do have this chunky classic Chelsea, I think everyone's sleeping on their Weekender. Unlike almost every other Red Wing boot, it's got an extra thin and soft crepe sole, an extra lightweight kind of stitched down construction, and it's lower profile than their work boots, but maybe the same tough work boot leather. And it's stupid easy to wear. So all these boots this far, I would consider great value. Remember, they can be resold. They're very long lasting. And those are all much better alternatives to Blundstones, which everyone asks about, but they're not resolable. I think you can get something better for about the same price. But now we are venturing into the boot guy category for the really discerning boot fans for whom price is not so much of a factor. And those guys all consider this next pick to actually be great value for a $395 boot. To contextualize this pick, Chelsea's tend to be pretty slim or pretty casual. It's not so common to get one that I would call smart casual, but Grant Stone here is the undisputed king of the smart casual space in Goodyear welted footwear. And I had to mention their Chelsea boot, which is not too high, not too slim. I used to think of it as kind of stumpy, but I'm going to love it as offering something relatively fresh to the space. Grandstone always gets recommended if you're someone who would like an alternative to like $500, $700 Chelseas. It's true they're not whole cut, but they're famous for just really, really good quality control and leathers from beloved tanneries. So the boot subculture consider $400 to be a very good price for the craftsmanship and consistency here. The price is because it's made in China, but to a world-class level with world-class leathers. And they're also well known for having very good customer service. Like they'll talk anyone through their sizing over email or Instagram, lightning fast sizing exchanges. They've got a distribution center here in the States. They're very good with all of that. And they also do wide widths and heart sizes, which is cool. This next one, I don't want to spend a ton of time on because you probably won't get them because right now they take 6 months to arrive. But the other guy who works on my website behind the scenes, Carl, he has a pair of the Isidro Chelseas from Bordon in Colombia. And I was handling them the other day and I was struck by like, this is the best tough Chelsea that I've seen, or rugged Chelsea. For various reasons, Chelseas aren't that common for harder use. And sometimes when they are, they just look kind of weird. Bordon's Chelsea, though, looks great, and yet it's made almost like a Pacific Northwest work boot. Bordon is known for like versatile lasts with unusually tough builds. Here you got double row stitch down construction, which is more common on like logging boots. And they're best known for their vegetable tanned leather uppers from Wicket and Craig, which is just a really tough and stiff and rewarding leather that's made in Pennsylvania. And you can get them lined with rabbit fur if you want. At like 420-ish bucks, it's a very good price, but you'll be waiting till next boot season to get some. The best dressy Chelsea, now that we're being unself-conscious about price, let's just jump up $200. This is an uncontroversial pick, though, for the best Chelsea to wear with a suit. These are made on the Spanish island of Mallorca by Carmina shoemaker, whose factory I visited a few years back, but that was after I was already calling them the best dressy Chelsea. One of the many cool things about Carmina is that they have dozens of lasts for every foot type and use case, and over 10 to choose from for the Chelseas. But the Simpson last I've got here is their best known, and I wear it with a suit all the time. Carmina specializes in calf skin, especially box calf skin, which is what this is. Calf skin is the dressy leather. They've got some other leathers too, but they're all from big deal tanneries, and they just look the part, man. Like that's it. The factory is also really cool and spacious and comfy, if that matters to you. And they're comfortable in a way that you don't often see in the US because this is leather, insole, midsole, outsole. Americans tend to shy away from that, but it gives this really nice blend of softness and durability and ground feel. Probably above all, it's really good at conforming to your foot shape with wear. I wore these on a date the other night for the first time in a while, and I was just like, God damn, this is just it for a dressy Chelsea. It's just very good. And the last Chelseas on this list are the most impractical, and I'm just sort of mentioning them because they're world famous in this category. You can't talk about best Chelseas, as fake and nebulous as that term is, without mentioning this brand. And I've owned 2 pairs of them. You probably won't order these, but on the Indonesian island of West Java, there's a 500-year-old city called Bandung that is renowned for its craftsmanship. And a small workshop of a half dozen rogues has made the curious name Briselblack world famous for making the best Chelsea boots. I do not have time to tell you everything about these boots. I have 2 videos in the description below, one of which is a trip I made all the way to Bandung with my father to visit them. But in short, every other boot here is lasted and welted with machines. The Chelsea that Briselblack calls the 7th is lasted and welted by hand, which is much more laborious and time-consuming and complicated to explain. But not only does all the handiwork produce a stronger metaphysical bond between craftsman and boot and customer, there's just more intimacy there that a lot of guys who are really into this space really appreciate. but hand-lasted and hand-welted boots. Technically, the argument is there that they're more durable than Goodyear welted boots, and they fit more consistently than machine-lasted boots. Now, will the average dude notice the difference in fit between hand-lasted and machine-lasted? No. But there is a class of gentlemen in the culture of boot aficionados that want nothing less than the best, and they drool at the thought of owning a pair of Briselblack Chelseas. You have complete customization. They can modify their last for you as well. They added just a little bit of extra room to the last on the left foot to give you that extra precise fit. And they'll ask you to take measurements of your feet when you order them, and they'll do the same for you. And it's just the coolest Chelsea. I've got to go. This video is way too long. I couldn't make this an hour long, so I put some extra pics in the article in the description below and extra details. But I hope, I believe this video has given you a really comprehensive lay of the land when it comes to high quality Chelseas at every price point. If you feel strongly about that otherwise, or about any of these picks, let me know in the comments below, man. Let me know your favorite Chelsea boots. And I'll catch you in the next video. Subscribe for more stuff on casual, durable menswear and footwear. Thanks for watching.